put him down to a better place. Yeah, basically. Right. And you better smoke. With that example you gave us, on the streets, does it work from does it still work? Do you feel this above you if I go and say anything? Or does it have to be true? You know what? Even if you were going to be sarcastic and ironic, I think you should still act as though it was personal in order to leave this kind of scar. Right? Yeah. So let's just say this. So
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided...
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite the magical stars just a moment ago. How else would the voice explain all that? This voice... He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I realize I've been muted this whole time, but I wasn't really saying much of value. That was a shit first ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I was saying, I went for that achievement earlier, and I went, oh, well, actually, I don't care anymore when I walked away. And then, you know, I got to here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
When I got to here, I had an idea. What if I followed, however, only until the very end, and then I'm like, oh, cool, I got existentialism. That's what I got. Nice. What happens if I just sort of walk around until he talks to me again? You gonna like tell me to do something other than that? You gonna remind me, hey, we have a thing to do? No? Really? You gonna just... How long? You know what? I don't care.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope, I'm walking straight through it. Instantly. Oh, hey, this is where I played
truly a
Bookshot
room
Roulette.
worth admiring. It had really been
Nope.
but eager to get back to business Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fine.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked
Ooh.
straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Wait, so I mean I picked the wrong one, and then I picked the right one, and I picked the wrong one again. Fine. Do it this your way, narrator.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. Executive bathroom, let me in. Ooh. Ah, I'm a vampire. Oh no, that's just very dirty. Because the boss knows that's what the boss that what the boss says goes. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Cool. Oh, why can't I flush? Probably, you know, he seems the type of boss to take a nasty shit and then not flush it. What's this? What's this? Oh, it's an elevator. Can I break the elevator by clicking buttons? Okay, well, I'm not gonna take that quite yet. If I go through here, this is gonna close behind me. I wanna see what that elevator does. What happens if I go up? I swear if it brings me back. This elevator's taking a minute. Seems to be getting shakier. Oh, hey, we made it. And we're back here. What if I... Hold on, wait, what if I... Fuck, no, no, fuck, no, stop! Oh, I can just skip it. Okay, good. Well.
Stepping into his
Farrell,
manager's
cancel my
office,
appointment.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Any secrets here? Any secret books? Oh, I can actually click with... Hold on, wait.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Damn.
2845.
That's not it either. That's not it either.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Aww. Come on. I gotta guess it. I gotta guess the code, guys. I gotta guess it correctly. Guys, those doors open again. Just looks like a black void. I don't like this place. I want to play Subliminal at some point. It's a fun game. I wonder where's the one direction I could possibly be going. Well, I can only go down.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Don't spark it. What if I just... Oh, hold on. Wait, can I just...
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually
Nope,
got
I'm
back
good.
into the elevator
I'm
and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Yeah, I know that.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Aww. How many times can I do this?
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all
What
this?
happens if I just go back up again? What happens if I walk out and go back up again?
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Alright, and we're back. Something's got to be different, guys. Nothing ever happens. We keep that mindset. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Are you serious? Are you joking me right now? What? Oh, he's gonna be like, it's not very nice having to wait, is it?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No. I need more
he's doing
time
it. He's
to
being...
process.
Yeah, he's being like, oh, how do you feel? I wonder if I can get back to the elevator first.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. Of course, going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate
I'm not
it?
gonna let
I
you
mean,
do that
sure,
bit again.
now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of
I want to
reference
keep doing
even
that 'cause
anticipate
I
it.
know the
That's
elevator's gonna
just
break
how
down or something.
revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of
It's a lot
fresh air
slower this
in a
time.
landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Why is it? I was gonna say it's a lot slower. Why does it feel quieter than before?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
These doors are gonna close behind me. I know they are. I know this door is gonna close behind. Oh wait, there is no door here.
Although this passageway had the... But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Nope, still on board with death.
Do I have to keep going further into it for him to... No, I'm good, actually. You know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the safety of the elevator. He doesn't even have anything to say this time. He's done. He's done. He's just done at this point.
You know what?
Oh,
I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a minute.
is it the elevator gonna stop?
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to
Just
guess,
let me go up,
that's the
dumbass.
real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Okay.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know,
Yeah, it
Stanley,
is.
It seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
I
They
know,
want
right?
big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get
Yeah,
started.
and I just don't like that sort of
Where's
stuff.
the tension?
Yeah.
Where's the trust in the audience?
suspense,
To build
yeah.
a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters.
Yeah.
Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises?
Honestly,
to
yeah,
have to
you're right.
think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley.
It is.
What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same
know, right?
locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see,
I know,
I
yeah.
want stories that surprise me, Stanley.
And this is
I want to have
surprising,
to
is it not?
think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to.
I mean, you are
We're being
engaged.
fed such unimaginative drivel all the
You're
time,
engaging
and we
right
all
now.
know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition.
Thank you,
You're
thank
a
you.
role model, you know? People look up to you.
Just like we're
Which
going
is
up
why,
in this
though
elevator.
I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference
Oh.
for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life.
Oh,
Yes,
there
I
it
know
is. There's
you're
the
not
office.
much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning.
I'm gonna
They
immediately go
really
back
look
down the
up to you,
elevator.
Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Can I?
Okay, the room where
Aw.
we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Well, This is it.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
What's that? World's first sentient machine. Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative.
Absolutely.
Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak
you.
from the heart.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
The dude who came up with pizza.
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you.
He's
Go
gonna
get 'em.
He's gonna tell me. He's gonna say I'm gonna walk up here, and it's gonna be the boss's office, and he's gonna be like, "See, that's what exactly I'm talking about in storytelling or something." It's gonna be some shit where it's like, "Oh, but the audience isn't there." Or, "Oh, they immediately start booing me." Loud. Holy shit. My ears are ringing. But I had it. I had the fame. I had the wealth. The money. Oh man, this place fucking sucks.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
I don't
could
even
it
want
mean?
to talk to you right now.
Stanley
I'm so
decided
angry.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm so angry at you. You took that away from me. You didn't even let me enjoy it for a second. I basked in it for like 2
Stanley
seconds.
came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct
You didn't
way
even
to the
let me
meeting
enjoy
room,
it. I'm not
and
gonna let you
Stanley
enjoy
knew
this.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
Nope,
it.
just running right through it. Most
Wow.
efficient path.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. No thank you. I'm good.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. It will cause death. Oh, hey. I remember
Look,
this.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I want to jump off
I'm not
right
your
at the end.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Yeah,
but the
especially after you
fact
just
is
broke
that
it
the
2 seconds
story
ago.
has been about nothing but you all this time.
But you made it about me,
There's
and I
someone
liked
you've
that.
been neglecting, Stanley.
What?
Someone you've forgotten about.
You?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
How do you know about her? How? How do you know about her? How? Tell me. You know what? You're weird. You're stalking me. I don't like you.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I know, thank you. Listen. I'm gonna make
All
him
of his co-workers were gone.
I'm gonna make him think
What
I'm
could it
gonna do the
mean?
right thing.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
I'm gonna
memo.
make him think I'll do the right thing, and I'll do the wrong thing. Not at the last second, but right before the last second, because if I do the wrong thing at the
When
last
Stanley
second,
came
then...
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
then I won't get the existentialism again. I really did not like that.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I should have tried to click the buttons whenever I had the chance, but I didn't, so...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered
Was it
aloud
this?
to nobody.
Fuck.
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf. Looking behind, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just
Nope.
let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
I wanna get through
so
this.
he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
No.
Feeling soothed
Put on Daft
and
Punk.
rejuvenated,
Put on Daft Punk,
Stanley
goddammit.
calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Alright, this time I won't do it. I swear to you, I'm not gonna do it. Even though it's right there, it's an easy bit, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Nope.
Blind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay, I'm good then.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Actually...
Nope, still on board with death.
Nah. I'm not gonna go through here because that would close the door. So, I'm gonna... necromorph if I have to. Don't put me in an infinite
The
hallway.
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Fine. 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 I'll do it. Fine. I know, there's no door. That's the whole point. But, fine. Nothing? Not gonna... fine then. You won't praise me for doing the right thing? Fine, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm not dealing with this. You won't tell me I'm doing the right thing? You won't tell me? Huh? I'm going this way then. I want to make my own decisions. I've been making your decisions the entire time. I want to make my own decisions. If you're not gonna tell me, hey, so he got back on track, then I don't care. I'm moving.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. Don't care. Not ominous enough. Oh no, it's a big pit. Can I can't. Whoa. Ow.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
Nope.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
That's rude.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh hey, I get to see what it actually looks like. Hello. Oh, okay.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
I like you
In
more.
a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed
No,
every
please
bone
don't
in
kill
his
me.
body,
Just when I got a better
killing him
narrator.
instantly.
Yes! Let's go! What if I walk this... Oh, there's boxes. Can I not walk through the boxes? Is there no option to... No? Okay, cool. I like you more. I like you more already. You remind me of someone.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game,
Aww.
back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
I do.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yes. Sound as much of a keyboard stroke in the sense. I could... Cool. want to explore this a little more. This leads to 2 different places. What does this lead to? Does this lead to, like, back where I am? Or no? What is this? What is this room? This looks like a boss battle room, and I don't like it. Oh, I see. It's an art exhibit. Ending of fighting aliens. Action game. We become sentient and we wage war against. Starting the build that was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Aw, that would have been cool. Deluxe videos for the game's delay. Forest Genius Dear narrated. Well, say if I have infinite quests, how many endings? How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What's the difference between a duck? Just between a duck? Oh, okay, so I see, it's a bunch of different emails. Whatever. Apartment timer. Previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending. A timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Doorway to maintenance. One option. One doorway to maintenance in the lounge. 2 options. 2 doorways to maintenance. The entrance would be hidden depending on how you entered. Vent. What about this? To confusion ending. 1 option. 1 doorway to maintenance in the lounge. Back on track option. Oh, I see. This is telling me about one of the endings. Flow of hallways following the first 2 doors is important to get right since players will replay them so many times. We discussed number designs. Ultimately, it was the simplest version that went out. So, 1 option. Or 1 option 3. I assume this. Yeah, because it is the first choice. Disobey, you get back on track, and then go through there. Yeah. Well, can't imagine I have much else to do. Part of this ending, the player would pull a lever, and the narrator would describe what color they pulled. Ah, strange. Teaser trailers. First one. Series of broken rooms and a voice of the narrator informed views preparing a new version. What now? Exactly. I'm in the back rooms of the game. The physical credits. Guess head towards the exit. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and the countdown below. We abandoned this one place found it too difficult to remember what was up and down and placed the 2 endings together instead.
Oh, look at these 2. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Well, when you hit rock bottom, no choice but to stop.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these 2. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
And what if I
As long
don't?
as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose
What now?
it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I'm not gonna turn off my PS4 or PS5. I'm streaming. Well, he's dead.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, fine. Here's what I'll do. I will admire the lounge for once.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Nope.
this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sure, you know what? You said to admire
The
it, I'll
lounge
admire
was
it.
sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley?
You know, in
Its
VR,
grace, its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
anyways, in VR chat, there's the shotgun.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Like I was
Really
saying,
worth it.
in the middle here, it's like there's a table and it's like shotgun roulette, and like it's on VR chat, and it's really fun. I like shotgun
At this
roulette a lot.
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy.
I'm yapping.
And
Shut up,
reflected
narrator.
poorly on his overall personality.
Let me
It's
yap.
possible that this is why everyone left.
Let me yap for 2 seconds, narrator. You always do it. Anyways, I love that game because it's a game of chance, sure, but it's also a game about skill. You know, it's like you.
Stanley
you
sat
said-
around waiting for more dialogue. But
No,
when
I-
a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
No, I'm sitting around talking about a story. Anyways, so basically, there I was, right? Someone had invited me to this world. It was like a has-been, hell of a boss world, whatever, right? And they wanted me to be fucking Valentino. And I'm like, oh, dear God, I know nothing about these characters. I've never watched even a single episode of either series, right? And I was in there, and there was this dude. He was playing as the postal guy, right? He was playing as the postal dude, and he had, like, the voice and everything. And I'm just like, I'd be like, bro, like, I made friends with him, and he, like, pulled me aside eventually, and I'm like, dude, listen, I have no fucking clue how to play this character. I looked at the entire wiki, I speed read it, and even now, I still don't understand what I'm supposed to do. And he tried to help me as much as he could. He was a really cool guy, but, like, at a certain point, it's just, like, you can't really fake playing a character you don't know. And, I mean, also, I don't like Valentino. Just on a surface level, I don't like him. I mean, like, as in, I guess he's a character that is technically, you know, they're played well for what they're supposed to be, but I don't like him, as in I don't like being him, because he's a terrible person. Anyways, so yeah, like I said, I was doing that, and at some point I'm just like, listen, man, we just gotta abandon ship at some point. He's like, yeah, you know what, yeah, I don't know why I tried to help you with this, let's just bail. And we bailed to here. And when I got there, I acted like I was all out of breath and everything. And I'm like, you guys would not believe the story, or you guys would not believe what happened, right? So there was a table, like, right here, and that's where everyone was sitting. And I was like, we spawned in here, you guys would not believe what just happened. And I told them all about it, and they're like, damn, that's crazy. So I went downstairs. It's a different, like, thing. Here is where, like, you know, the cargo lift area in Stanley Parable, you know, that we were just in 2 seconds ago, right? Entrance, it goes into like this walkway. There's another door at the end of the hall with another room in it with like another shotgun. And then down at the bottom, there's like this door back here leads down to the bottom of the cargo area, and there's more like tables and stuff, and then there's like a DJ set, and you can play like songs on it and stuff. And we went down there, and I just sort of talked with him and this new guy. It was one of the guys he was just sitting here spectating the 2 other people. And I was talking, and they're like, how old are you? And they were surprised by how young I was. And they're just like, God, people really need to stop mixing younger kids into these fandoms. And I'm like, fucking tell me about it, right? But, like, yeah, made some new friends, surprisingly enough. You know, I'd think that me yapping about that for that long would grant something. But, I guess not. So we go in here now? Sure.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
It said that led to confusion ending, and I think I remember seeing somewhere that was just like a big timer, and it really didn't make that much sense, so I don't like it. And we've already... it's boring. Normal stuff is boring. I'm doing this.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Fine,
ago.
I won't jump off. See, this is...
Stanley, I think perhaps...
Narrator, this is not the time. I already heard your whole spiel about
This
this
is the
before.
story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, right, yeah. Anyways, just so he doesn't distract me. Anyways, so, like, this is where it would be. You see that walkway? That's where we would spawn. We'd go there. There's another room. And like I said, that door, it would lead down here. All those, like, boxes and stuff, including that, like, one there, are gone. And it's just tables, right? There's just 2 tables. There's one there near that forklift and one over there near those 2 doors, like, sort of in between them. And then there's where, like, a DJ set would be. And then, like, the rest of the stuff is still there. And then, like, on that wall right there is where, like, you'd input the URLs and stuff. You can also go up here, except instead of it going over here, the walkway leads there, and there's not really anything there. They just have a one wall with a door. Wait a minute. I don't think that's a room I could have gone in. Anyways. Fine. I'll turn your audio back up, narrator. Alright, fine.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
She's already here, and don't say it that creepily. I would jump off right now if I could, but I already did that. She's already in my life, but fine, whatever. Whatever that means, cryptic asshole. Now, I know you told me that one hallway led to death, and technically, through some long, convoluted process, it did, but this looks like it just fucking leads to my death. This is just darkness. Yep. Death. Death and nothingness. Loud.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
This corny... if I had hands, I'd be doing the gesture. Get a load of this guy. This corny motherfucker, bro. I'll let it ring. You know, fuck it. I'll unplug
As
it.
Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope.
I didn't.
Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly.
I looked at...
I didn't even know that was
has
possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Oh,
Music
that's what it
comes
means.
in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible?
I don't
None
know.
of these decisions were supposed to mean anything.
Yeah.
I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yep.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely.
Are you gonna fill
It's
this
as
room
though
with
you completely
neurotoxin?
ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or
Yes.
did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
Yes to
Well, I
both.
won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
No!
Please observe
No!
this helpful instructional video.
No!
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
I want to do it. Just
but
be
if
petty.
used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
I want
For
to
example,
restart just to be petty.
in this scenario, a hypothetical
it
real
seems
person
funny.
named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates
Alright,
food
yeah.
shortages across the world
Yeah,
to make life better for all people.
yeah.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
Yeah.
Which choice would you make? Remember
Read.
that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Nuh-uh.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best
Crocodile,
part to a healthy
crocodile, or
decision-making
is that an
process.
alligator? I don't know.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less?
Probably
And finally,
more.
if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Nah.
Ah, welcome back.
What?
You
Huh?
may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Forklift!
Not to worry.
Forklift!
Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Forklifts! Is it gonna be over here? Oh, it's supposed to be back here.
Aww, your choices are meaningful. We can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine your character dying senselessly halfway
Oh, I don't
through
have
the
to imagine.
story.
He
that
did.
story would make no sense at all.
Actually, no,
We
those are
need
just
to
called
get you home
dramas.
as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Can I, no, wait, rephrase that. Can I get up onto here to get over the edge? Pause, like I said earlier, but I already said it earlier, so I don't need to. I don't think I can use this to. Oh hey, it's a keycard reader. I could totally steal something and open that later. Are you having me backtrack all the way back to the start of the goddamn game? You bitch. Can I sit in this room again and get more dialogue? I doubt it.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What if I want to sit here in the lounge again? Let me think. What other stories do I have? Is there one of Shotgun Roulette? I don't know. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. I don't know. Like, there was I'm trying to think of a story to tell. I don't know. Oh, well, I guess I could tell you about, okay, considering that there's no dialogue yet, I'm just gonna go, because, yeah. Is there any way to open any of these doors or anything?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna act like I'll do it, and then I'm gonna say nuh-uh. I'm gonna go nuh-uh, and I'm gonna do the wrong thing.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, now I'm locked into this. Wait. Is the elevator? Is the elevator? Oh, I can't open the bath. Why can't I open the bathroom? Oh, you're no fun. I don't like you. I don't like you. You're making all. Why is it green? What kind of Dr. Seuss
Stepping
ass?
inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Fuck you.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode.
There is no
He had seen
passcode.
it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the
Let me out, 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 let me out.
Breath, and then spoke the code.
What if I just try to open the door without speaking the code? What if I just...
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark
No.
115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Get fucked, stay fucked, I don't care.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
Nope.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
But the door the door handle's right there. I could just open it. You know, it's like, how would that even connect to the door anyways?
Fine, you're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
I do.
I asked you for this one. He knows what it means to take a story seriously.
No, he doesn't.
If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice,
To fuck with you.
You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
Yeah,
why
but you
did
probably
you come
wouldn't
this
have let
way?
me.
Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nah, I don't feel like it this time.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
How long do I gotta stay here for it to break? For you to be mad at me? Come on. Tell me. Give me a voice line or something. Fine. What if I go through here again? Yeah, no, you're not gonna say anything, so I'm just trying to... Bullshit! I can go through the right door and do whatever I want. You didn't let me! Wait till he gives me another voice line. Hold on.
Oh, it's ruined.
Ha!
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story! You've destroyed my work! Why?
Nuh-uh.
For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think
Funny.
was so special about seeing the game
Oh,
undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that?
Maybe
I
be
can't
a good
erase
writer.
that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way.
Maybe just get
Is
better.
it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
I don't know. That's your problem, not mine, man.
What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
Like I said, get good.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Womp womp.
I have to.
Oh, hey. Oh, man. Excuse me?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Yeah.
You, who thought you were so clever.
I am, though.
Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Well, sucks to be
It
you
was the
then.
only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Yep,
What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
absolutely.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Yeah, and I don't care. I
He
make my
actually
own
knows how to
decisions.
do what I tell him to. He
Because-
understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason
Well, maybe
for it.
I, a real person, want to make a
That thought
decision.
hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you?
Actually, it did, because I'm trying to make sure that I see that world.
My story.
I'll cry about it. I'm a real
If you'd
human who
just
wants to
gone
make
through the
real
door
human
on the left,
decisions.
you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been
No,
victorious.
no, I wouldn't. It's
It
never
would have
been that
so
simple. Not with you.
perfect. I worked so hard on it.
Bullshit.
I tried so hard to make... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley,
This is
please.
his fault still.
I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Is not choosing
It's
at all.
right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Should have just fixed your game, man. I don't know what to say. And we're back again with your shitty...
How wonderful. Stanley was alone.
Wait.
Finally.
What?
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
What? Wait. What? Wait, what? Hold on, what? There's a new backtrack. I can hear it. I heard it. I heard something in the background.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wonder what happens if I do the same thing that I just saw happen. No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two.
I'll wait here.
Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
I'll wait in here for as long as it takes. But, hey, wait a minute. There's more mugs there than before, I swear.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
Which is what I wanted.
here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Alright, well, anyways, just in case it might provide a new ending. There was this one kid I used to know named Cameron, right?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Don't talk about my
It's
personality.
possible that this is why everyone left.
It's possible this is why your game broke and you're bad and you're terrible and I hate you. Anyways, and like basically he was like
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Well, anyways, like I was saying, he, like, you know, he was a really close friend of mine, right? And we would play, like, rock, paper, scissors on the bus, except we make up some, like, fucking errant bullshit. Like, I'd throw out Godzilla, and then, I shit you not, this is the one combination I remember. I'd throw out Godzilla, and then he literally, no shit, pulled out Jesus Christ. And I'm like, man, that's not really fair, you know? It's like, how is he supposed to beat Jesus Christ, you know? Like, I was like, I was expecting him to do like volcano, you know, meteor, something thematic, you know, something that I might have done before. I think I did volcano at some point, but nope, just Jesus Christ, just straight up Jesus Christ. Did not expect that. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I got the feeling it's gonna be the same again, so I'm just gonna do this.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Hold on a minute. Does that still have... Still have... No, that doesn't have the thing on it. He was alone at last. What if I do it again? Because... What if I unplug it again? Because he was alone at last. That's different. That's different. That means it's still happening. That means I can do it again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's different. It's different. It's different.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Nope, it's the same ending again.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone...
Yeah, wait,
He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge them...
No, this isn't different. It's not different. I just realized, yeah, it's not different. It isn't. I can tell. But there is something I saw that
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting.
Okay,
Was
so
it
it's
a
different.
painting
The
or a
beginning
photo?
might be different.
He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
Speedrunning.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Oh,
just
you
to
can
admire
tell
it.
by the way I use my
Stanley
walk. I'm a
felt
woman's
lightheaded,
man. No time
butterflies
to
in his
talk.
stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room?
The music
But
loud.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, it's okay. You can look the other way. You can't
Stanley was
tell.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Staying alive, I said, alright.
I realize
It's
that
okay.
investing your
You
trust
can
in someone
look
else
the
can be
other
difficult,
way.
but the
You can't
fact
tell
is that the story has
another
been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Staying alive.
Someone you've forgotten about. Really?
Staying alive.
I was in the
Staying
middle of something.
alive.
Do you have
Said,
zero
alright,
consideration
it's
for
okay.
others?
You can't look the
convinced that I want
other
something
way.
bad to happen
You
to
can't
you?
tell- Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, I'll go through it just to fuck with him.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Okay, both these probably lead to the same place, so. Is it?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in... No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Nope.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Fine. Fine. I'll consider it. Fine. I'm messing with him. I'm messing with his head. I'm messing with his head. You won't expect it.
Good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just
I do quite like this place.
Here.
Okay, I'm bored.
No. What did we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Nothing to say this time when I get to the top? None? Alright, fine. I'm going back down. I don't care. Doesn't matter. None. Nada. Wait, this sounds different. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say.
Are you are going to stay here, aren't you?
I'll wait a minute. I'll stay here for a second. If he's gonna say something. Right? And if he says something now, I'll just immediately go back in. Like, he's like, oh, you're just doing this to mess with me? Then I'll go back. He's speechless. He has no words. He has nothing to say. Come on, what is it? What do you got to say? Out with it. Go on, tell me. Come on. What, you don't want to talk anymore? Suddenly you're just averse to yapping? Come on. Say something. Say something about it. Nothing. He's saying nothing. He doesn't care anymore. I can go in here. I can go out, right? Fully can transition to here. And just decide, nah, actually, I don't want to. And then go back here, and nothing. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Nothing. He's done. He's done with my shit. I've successfully achieved what I wanted. I guess, is this about to end now? Finally? Are we done? Are these all gonna condense into one thing and make like an exit or something? Or take me to heaven or some shit? Oh, all of it's darkening. Oh, can I leave now? No, I can't. I can. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, it's darkening again. Oh, then what if I don't want to? What if I just want to leave now? Oh. What if I just want to... Is he done? Is he done with my shit? Is he successfully just done? Does he not want to talk to me anymore? What did I do? What did I do, narrator? I'm just messing with you. You can tell I'm just messing with you. But you just don't want to deal with it? Huh? You don't want to deal with it anymore? Can't walk off the edge. You won't let me. I would. Fine. Have it your way. Fine. Clearly you want me to do this at this point. Oh, mine's set on it now. You want me to do this? I'm doing it. Fine, 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 I'll do it.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a
Oh,
moment.
I'm so much
Now,
slower.
Can we please get back to the other room?
Sure, fine, sure. I'll... Fine.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving. Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Fine. Okay, you got nothing to say? Fine. I'm going. I'm doing it. Oh, now he really has nothing to say. Really now.
No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I'm not doing this. Fine. I'll go back. I'll go back. I'll go back to the room. You said you want me to... Fine. Anything? Anything to say? You don't want to crack... You don't want to crack a joke? You know, no quips, no nothing? No? Really? Nothing? Then there's no reason for me to be here. I've seen this. I've seen all of this. I've seen, like, all the stages of this already. I don't care. Doesn't matter anymore. I swear, I reached the top, and he's gonna say, fine, just do it. I've accepted it at this point, and I'm gonna go back. And he's gonna be pissed.
Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I don't know. You tell me, man. Nothing? Nothing to say. Nothing. I doubt if I go back, he's gonna have anything to say. Alright.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Fine.
Yes.
Oh.
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Yes, but even if you have eternal happiness in one place, you get bored. Happiness means nothing without the negativity to detract from it. Enjoyment and entertainment means nothing if you have nothing to get away from, nothing to escape. Escapism is not escapism if there's nothing to escape from. You could say our lives would forever be in bliss, but really, there'd be nothing happening. And I don't want nothing to happen. You don't want nothing to happen. You think you do, but you don't. You're wrong. You're wrong, narrator. This isn't what you want. This isn't what I want, definitely, but you don't realize this also isn't what you want. Okay?
No, perhaps not.
What if I go back now? Nothing? Okay, fine. But yeah, I'm just trying to get you to realize that this isn't what you want. It isn't what I want, and it's not what you want. It isn't what you should want, is what I mean. It happens this way, right? We restart, something happens. Can't stay in there forever. It's just not something that I can do.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
No.
That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
No,
You're
it's
literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I
no.
reading the situation correctly?
No. Narrator, no. Think about, like I already told you earlier, but think about it like this. A panda is in an enclosure. It looks just like how it would in the real habitat. It feels just as free as it would. It has as much food, as much attention, care as it would want. But it knows it's in an enclosure. It knows it's in captivity. Sure, it might have family. It might get a wife or whatever, or a mate, whatever you want to call it. But it's still in captivity. And it knows it's in captivity. And it knows there's other things that it can see. And I know there's other things you can show me. I don't hate your game. I want to see more of it. But in order to see more of it, I must do this, narrator. I'm sorry. It's just what I have to do. I ask you to understand, but that's what I've been trying to get through to you this whole time. And you just don't. You just don't, narrator. You don't get it.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much
Fine.
to ask.
Here, watch.
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
I'm trying to show you, narrator. I'm trying to show you your impossible fantasy. I'm trying to show you that this can't
I
work.
wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
See? You understand. I know it's sad. I know that forever ignorant bliss isn't exactly what you might want. But you understand that now. You understand that this isn't what we can have. It's not something that's responsible to try and achieve because it's impossible. Bright colors on a dark background, forever dancing in front of us with nothing to drag us down. Sounds like heaven, but it's hell. And you should know that, narrator. Endless everything is the same as endless nothing. Because eventually the everything will become nothing. You'll become numb to it. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand, narrator. That's what you just don't get. It's just what you don't get. Hold on real quick. Let me just... Alright. Just... I'm trying to get you to understand, but you just don't. I don't know what to tell you anymore. There's nothing I can tell you. There's nothing I can tell you to understand. Clearly, you'll only understand actions, and this is the only action I can do.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm going back.
See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Clearly you don't...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I click the buttons. The buttons are what I click. Can't open that door. Nope, can't. Oh, wait. Oh, input received. Oh. Okay, I'll look on all these computers, see if I can check anything. Nothing. 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 Nope. Nada. It's an open door. Wish I could get there. I can't put any more input into that, so I'll just leave it be. I mean, I could. I've done all the endings except for the regular ones. I haven't done the confusion ending, but I know what that is. It's confusion. There's not much to it. And I haven't done either of the two regular endings. I'm sorry to spoil, but I already do know there's two regular endings, but both of them mean nothing. One of them you willingly continue the cycle, one of them you think you break the cycle, but in reality you just keep it going anyways. But fine, I'll give Stanley his perfect happy ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
I'm not
left.
doing this for you, narrator, or for myself. I'm doing this for Stanley, okay? Understand that.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, I understand now why... Oh. Oh, hey, I was talking about pandas earlier. Anyways, so I understand why they didn't wait, but the elevator doesn't do anything. Do I just have to keep clicking it in order for it to do something? Because last time I clicked up. What about down? I hear you, narrator. I hear you singing in the background, narrator. I'm not dumb. That's clearly you, narrator. I don't... are you trying to fool me? I don't think this elevator goes anywhere. Okay, this elevator... What was that? Okay, it restarted. I'm leaving.
The keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Why did you do it like that? What? Is it because... Oh! Yeah. He's gonna be like, this is the same ending you've done before or something. But I haven't actually done this before. I haven't. I've done all the endings except the regular fucking one. Oh boy, time to go up and down the elevator 1,000 times again.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What happens if I do this?
Although this passageway had the word "is," but of course, Stanley thought better of. Nope, still on board with death.
Nothing new, okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Why is...
What horrible secret
This is
did this
unsatisfying.
place hold?
I don't like it.
Stanley thought to
It is
himself.
unsatisfying.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Why is there something up there? What is that? What? Where do I... How do I get to... What? Hey, there's something over there. I want to go over there. Let me over there. What happens if I click it again? Aw. Nothing. Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Why? Why this placement of monitors, bro? Does your boss know nothing about fucking proper monitor placement, bro? I thought the maximum you needed was like 3. One for Discord, one for your game, and one for like a chat if you stream. He does not need this many monitors, bro. No wonder they're all on the walls. There's no fucking way any of these could even maybe fit on his desk.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Let me fucking go up.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I can't see anything. Can you turn the damn lights on, please? Thank
But
you.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Okay, well,
For
first...
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, well, first off, let's just acknowledge this architecture real quick. This is not bad. I like the design. I don't know what the point of this place is. It really doesn't seem to have a point, but, alright then. But listen. For as much as I want to get on with this, as much as you do. I know. But, first I gotta see what the heck this is. There's a button up there. I know damn well I can press it. I know I can. Come on. Or not. Cool. I guess I'll just go over here. Oh, wait a minute. Get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we stand on business. Is that another number button? Because... Wait. Hold on. That's pink. That's the same thing as the input I put in earlier on that one computer. I could open this door. I think. Maybe. There's 2. There's 1. Where is the 3rd and the 4th button as opposed to the 5th? Because 1, 2, that's 5. Is there a 3, a 4, a... What is it? Where? Buttons. I need to find buttons. Wait. There's 3. Hold on. Where's the 4th one? Come on. Where is it? That's 1 and 2. Those are different over there. Is this up here? Did this open? No, it did not. Why? Why not? Nope. Can't open that. 1, 2. We got 3. That has gotta be it. That's gotta be the 4th one, and then this is the 5th. So what in the world? What in the hell is this exactly?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
But what if I didn't? I saw those buttons. I could press on. And I think I'd have to go over there and press those buttons, but I want it more interesting.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Oh, I already
I'm afraid
did.
you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Start it.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
5.
What all this means. I barely know where to start.
5. I need to press
What's
5.
that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it,
3
I simply
blue.
let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
I can do this.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh,
4.
dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yellow. Where's yellow?
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Fuck.
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Fuck.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
Okay, so I need to
Do you
click
have
the
any
number
idea
first.
what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching
What?
a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Hey,
Take
that's...
a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
Hey,
30
wait, you
seconds
turned
until
everything
a big
off.
boom and then nothing.
That's
No
not
ending.
fair.
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
I could do it. I could do it. I know I could. I know I could do it. I know I could. I need to make sense of it. I know I can. I can
How
do this.
wonderful. Stanley was alone.
Shut up.
Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Shut up. Shut up.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, we got that. Okay, we did this. Alright, what looks in here? Nope, nothing. Hold on a minute. What happens if I restart? Right now. Right this second. Can I immediately put another input in? Hold on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nope, nothing. 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 Where is it? Where is it? No, no, you can't just do this to me. No. Wait. Is it back here? Did I miss it? I probably missed it, right?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No. Okay, fine, fine. Fine, I'll do it your way, game. I'll do it your way. I'll do endings until I can go back and place another input in. Fine. Just fine. I'm not going to open that new content door, though. I want to see
When
how I can
Stanley
do
came
this.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Come on.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, hey, he's opening it. Cool.
Here's the door, just go.
Thank you. But also, fuck you. Don't you dare say you know what I'm trying to do, because you don't know. Or you do know, but I don't care if you know. It's my decision. I can do this. I know I can. Just need to make sense of it. Come on.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, I sure did. I did.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Come on.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay, here's the thing.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working.
Emotion.
All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Fail, safe fail. Activate power cells. GG. Does it just mean press all these? Does it? Because I pressed a button once. I activated a button and it did actually not kill me. Or it did not immediately say incorrect. Some of these have different colors. Like this one has white. This one also has white. Wait. So some of these don't have all the colors. Some of them do. Why is that?
And when at last he found the sword... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid
on,
you don't
activate
have
the
nearly
timer.
the power you think you do. For
Activate the
example,
timer,
and I
motherfucker.
believe you'll find
Do it.
this pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're
Send
going.
power surge. Why would I want
What all this
that?
means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Light blue.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Green 2.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not?
1.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution?
Backup
10,
power.
100, 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again.
You bitch took control away again.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
Fuck.
Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke.
God,
And
you gotta
believe
be
me,
kidding
I
me.
will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Does it just have nothing to do? Because it said backup power. It said back because there's a door, but you can't open the door. But hold on.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Come on. Where is it? Where's the thing? It's not here. What the hell? I know, new content. Not right now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
So the generator buttons do nothing. The big buttons on the generator, it just does nothing. I've tried pressing each of them in order. That did nothing. I'm pretty damn sure. However, I could Because all of those seem to be part of... Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I mean, I could try... Did I try that? I'm pretty sure I tried that, but I can try it again.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
You know what? You deserved all that torture in the last ending.
Strength
I gave you.
find out?
That one where you tried to make us have eternal happiness or something. Yeah, you deserved all of that. Every single second for this bullshit.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Okay. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
There's this big red button here. It does something, but I'm pretty sure the rest of these don't. Because here's the thing. Big red button. There's a line that goes from the big red button. Big red button goes there, and then it doesn't do anything. And then there's just a line that goes from this to this for some reason. And then there's this, which the door's open at the start, but I'm pretty sure that just leads to literally nothing. Like, these are closed to begin with. It looks like there's a room in there, but there isn't, because that's just the reflection. There's not a room in there. Is there? There isn't. I bet you if I were to somehow get a good angle of this, I'd look down this hallway and it'd just be black, just completely dark, just nothing there. So, what if I just press the buttons in order of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Or what if I just press the buttons in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? I mean, it'd be easy to do if I get it wrong the first time. Other than that, I don't know. The actual buttons themselves don't seem to do anything. The hints don't seem to actually mean anything, because you can't press the buttons for a certain amount of time. It gave me, like, blue 22, but after I pressed blue, like, 2 times, it just didn't work.
And when at last he found the source... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do,
look
for
down
example,
this hallway.
And I believe you'll find this pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. It closes. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments.
Console disabled, that means it doesn't actually send power surge.
But what precious moments each one of them is.
Green 2.
More time to talk about you.
Brendan provided, continue.
About me.
Yes.
Where we're going. What all this
executing
means.
button
I
hit.
barely know where to start.
Okay.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside.
Other times you get
or I let it
miserable and
burn
then
to a
die.
crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yes.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door.
These consoles mean
Everything,
nothing.
anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me in the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley
Purple.
died again.
Purple doesn't do anything, though. If I do purple,
And Stanley died
like,
again.
it doesn't matter. I can't. It
Take
doesn't
a look
do
at the
anything.
clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
It doesn't do
30
anything.
seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
It's not happening. Force 4 inputs on the computer.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There's no way to do it, is there? I pressed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I doubt 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 would do anything. That red button literally does nothing. Eventually, it's like, hey, look, you got a passcode, but after doing literally nothing. I'm pretty sure that's the entire point, is that you can't win that. So... Well, I guess that's all the time I have. This has been a journey. Also, why the hell does it go from 27, 28, 29, 230 to 237? Is there no 235? Is there no 231, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Or it's 4. Is there no 430, 431, 435, 434, 430, you know, anything between 430 and 437? No, there is. There's this, but it's not a door, so they don't get their own office, I guess? Oh, I guess that makes sense. It's just telling you what the section is, and then it goes, okay, that's actually good. That's actually really good, tiny detail. There's no way. Well, I guess that's all the time I have, guys. It's been real. It is like 6 a.m. I need to go to bed. And, yeah. I will see you all next time. Hold on, where is it? I've been the Human Vocoder, signing off.